Donald Trump was the first president of the United States of America.
So they got this guy on this panel, and he's going to explain to us. Well, basically, it's an argument about the whole men building houses and women cooking and things like that. So basically, he's trying to make an argument for women. Women cook and clean and stuff like that. What do men do? You get me? And he's gonna do what simps do. You get me? What is a simp? A simp is a man that isn't a man. I'm talking about he thinks from a bitch perspective. Like you not like you're missing like some screws. You're missing screws. Like the screws your daddy should have gave you. You don't have those. And I don't understand. I don't understand people like this. You get me? So he about to do his thing, and we're gonna try to listen to him explain to us that men are useless. I guess they don't do nothing, and they go to talk about a house, building a house. Like what men do? How long does it take for men to build houses versus a woman cooking all her life? As if the bitch don't have to eat or something. But they have really blown this whole equal thing out of proportion. Like gender roles and gender stereotypes and traditional roles, they have really blown this shit out of proportion. Anyway, let's jump into this.
But Fatty, it's a false equivalency. He's comparing building a house to cooking a pan
to survival skills.
It's ridiculous.
How many hours does it take you to build a house, Angry Man?
It's not a gender public. That's not a gender role. No, building a house, public defender. We're not gonna public. There's twice you about to do this. First we was wiping ass.
I can't have a conversation.
No, hold on, brother. No, brother. Hold on.
Jesus Christ.
Public. Let's have a genuine conversation.
You want me here or not?
No. First we were wiping ass. A man building a house is not a gender role. Come on.
Let me ask the question, Ali. You not even letting the question get asked.
We already
go ahead. What is the question? Ask the question. You don't even know what's about to happen. Let me ask the question. So the question again: how many hours? If you I'm just guesstimate. You ain't got to be right or wrong. I'm not trying to lock you in or nothing. I'm being real. How many hours do you think it takes to build a 2,000 square foot, a 1,500 square foot house?
Up to code.
His argument is that of a bitch. I swear. He's finna equate building a house to a woman cooking and cleaning in a relationship. Like how many times does a man build a house? You get me? Versus a woman cooking. This is his argument. This is what he's trying to come at. This is what he's coming at. It's gonna reveal where is all this going in a little while, but just listen to him argue.
Up to code or not up to code?
I don't either one. Whatever one you want to do.
No, I mean not up to code. It would probably only take a few days if you had all the materials. If
okay, let's go up to code because we want you to be able to.
Well, I mean, if it was up to code and I had to do it by hand, let's say
no. I'm sorry. Andrew.
So public defender.
You have all the tools and everything modern. You have all of that, right? But you have to build it yourself, right? Mm-hmm. I'm asking you.
For me, it would probably take me, if it was all up to code, it would probably take me somewhere 6 to 8 weeks, I would guess. If it was 2,000 square feet, it was all up to code. And I had all the materials and all the tools and all the crew.
Yeah, 5. So 5, that's 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, roughly, right? So you're talking about 40 hours times 6, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, and I'm not a builder, but I think
if you're getting ready to compare this, if you're getting ready to compare this to how often a woman has to cook, which is every day.
No, I understand. I understand the question. I'm happy to answer it. Yeah, probably 6 to 8 weeks for me to do it.
Okay, so we talking what? 240 hours, right?
Pause real quick. You think this is going somewhere? As adamant as he is in trying to get his point in, you would think that it was going somewhere. It's going to frustrate the shit out you that he's basically trying to say what they telling him not to say. That is not a comparison, stupid, but he's trying to get his point. Let me get my point across. Let me get my point so he can say what we already pointed out.
Does that sound right?
Something like that, sure.
Okay, cool. So we're talking about 240 hours to build a home. Okay. How many hours do you think a person spends, I don't know, in a lifetime cooking?
I knew this is where he was going with it.
Is it over 240 hours or is it less than 240? If you had to guess.
Probably
you mean based on the averages of person?
Probably less time than it takes for the man to work.
Hang on. I'm sorry. Do men only build one house?
Listen to what I'm saying. Yes,
all right.
You only built the one house you live in because most people build a house and they live in it. They don't
shut the fuck.
They don't build.
Most people don't build a house and then live in it. No, that's incorrect.
Live in the house.
No, most people don't build a house and then live in it. That's incorrect.
No,
in 2025.
Hold on.
2025.
No, hold on. We're not about to hold on.
Built a house and they lived in it.
This is a bad argument again. If you live with yourself,
it's a bad argument because it blows up y'all dumbass point.
Let me finish. No, it doesn't. You know what? No, can I finish, y'all, please? It's a disingenuous argument because when a woman wants a man to cook, she'll say everybody should learn how to cook. But once she has to cook for a man, she's a slave or a maid. If she's single, she's cooking for herself. She's just being an adult. So it's nothing wrong with adding an extra plate and making seeing as barbaric if I'm asking a woman to cook in a house, especially if I'm providing. You keep making these disingenuous arguments that are not relevant to the conversation, nor is it you're equating cooking to building a house, but that's not a gender role.
Simps don't know how to do the math. They do the math like women. They really don't equate things before they start adding them up, and they don't add all the variables. Okay, now I can understand his point, and if he was to add that throughout the time that the man and the woman lives in the house that the man built, he would also have to continue to keep that house up. He would have to do the roof, get the gutters, you get what I'm saying? Cut the yard. All that good stuff comes along with this house that this man built, the house that Jack built. You get me? While a woman cooks, clean, and take care of the other stuff. Not to mention this man also has to go to work to maintain the mortgage. You get me? Things like that. That's if he's taking care of all the bills and she's staying home, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids.
So if a woman cooking is too difficult to be with a man, why is it okay to cook for herself or cook for her children? It's only when she has to cook for a man where it becomes problematic and public offender, you start fighting over it. If she can cook for herself as an adult and a single woman and she's strong and independent, it should be no problem to cook for a man that loves her and providing for her.
Yeah, I think I'm just talking about hours.
Can you address what I just? Can you address what I just?
Hold on. I am
public.
I'm going to address what you're saying.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. Jesus Christ. So again, the point isn't can a woman just add on another plate, because to do that, it takes more labor. Whether you acknowledge that or not, it's hilarious. To cook more food takes more time.
To cook more food, it takes more time. Do you see how stupid that is? Do you see what I'm saying now? Okay, she cooks more food, but she ain't got to go to work. So it kind of balances itself out. Cook a little bit more food, get some man to take care of me. You get me? Take him some lemonade outside while he cutting the yard. Got him cutting the yard, got the yard looking good, and that's all it take. Suck his dick. And I could stay at home all goddamn day long. That's all it take. Do you get what I'm saying? Y'all math is trash.
No, it doesn't. No, it literally does.
If you only got to cut a half an onion and you got to cut a whole onion, it takes double the amount of time. Hey, using the gender role argument and the modern woman argument, because remember, we got here because the whole thing was the women nowadays don't know how to cook. And I'm like, okay, cool. So if we're going by the gender roles that women should know how to cook and women should cook and clean for their man, then what do men do, modern men do today that traditional men used to do?
Yeah.
Once again, we're back in math class. What a woman do you think it's bad if a woman don't know how to cook? There's so much to say about what he just said, and that just pertains to the whole cooking aspect. But it's all about math, man. We're trying to save money, save time. Save. You're trying to be better than you was the day before. If you can't cook, does that mean I have to get off of work and come home and cook? Or does that mean you're going to go to work and I stay home and cook?
how does this work if you can't cook? Do we have to buy food out all the time? That's a lot of money we'll be wasting. Think about things like that. It would be nice if you know how to cook. You can help us save if you know how to cook. Our kids would have food if you know how to cook, type shit.
And I just thought of one.
Public defender.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Men used to build houses? Hang on. Let me respond. Hang on. I haven't said a word. Let me respond to this. So the absurdity of your argument is like, if you're talking about traditional gender roles, yeah, that's great. You're right on the house building thing. Men used to build a lot of houses, and guess what? They still build all the houses. That's why if you look at the construction industry, it's 99%, 98% men. But when you're talking about cooking, right, the reason, and by the way, it wasn't mostly women who did cooking, it was just mostly women who stayed at home who did cooking. That's why it's considered a traditional family role. It's part of the whole child rearing aspect. That's the whole point of it.
The way that you're just making stuff up is hilarious.
Which thing do you think I'm making up?
Women do and still to this day in a relationship, even in 2025, all the modern shit y'all talking about, women still do cook more than men.
Do you know why that is, though?
Do more labor in the home than men.
Why,
Andrew?
Why? Why?
Because most of the time in a relationship, the woman works outside the home less than the man.
Oh, I got it. So she has additional duties. Oh, gee, I'm so fucking confused. I didn't know that.
Hold on, brother. I'm not a liar, so I'll tell the truth. Secondly, your whole premise around why men build homes is stupid. Because the reason why women aren't in construction at a higher rate, I won't say at the same rate as men, but at a higher rate, is because men lock them out. That's like saying,
when did they lock them out?
They have no desire.
Hang on. Let me engage with the argument. Hang on, before you guys all cut in, let me just have a quick back and forth with them on it, please.
Ridiculous. So again, that saying that women aren't in construction and trying to use that for an argument like, well, men still build their homes. Yeah, because it's still ran by men, because the patriarchy says that women, you can't have certain jobs. Even if
what restrictions are put on women right now from going and building houses?
Listen, you cut me off too early. Again, I'll repeat it. Even if on paper it says that women can work there, that doesn't stop something called implicit bias. Like racism, for an example, still exists. It doesn't have to exist on paper. It still exists in society. White people have an implicit bias against black people or against Latino people, whatever.
Why do you think that there would be a bias from people who are running construction crews about hiring women to do construction, do you think?
Because they're misogynistic.
Oh, not because women are much weaker and can't do the job as well?
No, that's not, because actually there was a study done that said that when a construction site is full of men, the likelihood of injury is exceedingly high.
What does it have to do with doing construction?
Stop. When a construction site has both men and women building, the construction site, the rate of injuries goes down. They're more productive when both men and women are together.
Are the women building with them in this study? Are the women? Hang on, I just want some clarification. Are the women building with the men in this scenario?
They work on the fucking site.
I see. So then, if that's the case, why wouldn't construction companies who don't want the liability of injury hire more women, since that would up their bottom line?
They're misogynistic.
Because they're misogynistic. So misogyny is going to keep them from making money. Brilliant analysis. So I could have a construction company hire a ton of women at less of a cost than men, because why? Because they can't get a job anywhere else due to misogyny. I could cut their pay significantly, make a shitload of money, and I could keep down the accidents in the workplace, and I'm not doing it because I'm misogynistic. Brilliant analysis, sir. Brilliant.
Premise.
Can I ask a question?
Wait.